back on it again today. Trav already cleaned up all the welds and everything. So whatever we may have made some cuts, we're gonna do some welds right there. Gonna cut out the squares for the boxes on both sides and then put it up, and we might be able to do one side. I don't know, might just be able to just tack it in maybe, and if not, we'll start on it tomorrow. But the idea today, just for right now, because we don't have a whole bunch of time, is to place it up, get it aligned, and then that way we can get some measurements and pull for that side, and should be good to go. So we finished cutting the inside of the window, and we finally got it up. So that's what it looks like. Got the plate on the bottom, finally got it flush. Just locking it down, holding it in for now. But we do gotta scoot that plate side back. Definitely gonna be a little bit off over to this side too as well. It's definitely pretty good, but just scooting it over maybe like a 1/4 of an inch, so that way we can actually fit a nut on there, washer, and be locked in and good to go. But look at it, ooh-hoo. Ooh-wee. All right, we'll get back to you once we actually get it, I guess, either tacked in or get that box cut out.
So we're into the next day. Went and picked up some things. Seam sealer for the mini tubs with the tip. We're gonna see if it worked. We're gonna try to lay some beads, stack dimes. Did this. He wanted a clear finish, 2K clear for all the exposed metal. And then we went and picked up the stock, like primer look on the inside of the cars. If you ever take your panels off, you see like an olive green color. So that's this color, make it look OEM. So right now we're gonna go ahead and get started. Take out the lowers, grind where we need to grind, put weld through primer on, clear coat the exposed metal to seal it off, and then from there we'll go ahead and start taking the undercoating off for the mini tubs. Let's get to it. Got everything tacked in, both boxes, driver's side, passenger side. Now it's time to burn them in, so I'm gonna get straight to it. Got them welded in. Had a little spot I missed, so I touched it up. But I ended up redoing this whole run. Started, stopped, and then restarted. I didn't like the first one, so I just redid it. As you can see, penetration is consistent. Looking good, looking good. And then same with this one. Did it, stopped, and did a run. But now I'm onto the windows. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in, burn them in, be good to go. That will be it for these, and then it's on to the mini tub. Put 3 coats of clear. We're good to go for both sides. And that is a job done for this. Now, start tomorrow. The mini tubs, cutting them out, and get going on those. Man, did a little cleanup. That's all metal. That's crazy. But that was just from the upper and lower torque box replacements. So we'll make another pile when we get to the mini tubs. But yeah, let's go on to the next day. New day. We finally got done, locked in both sides, lower torque boxes, both of them in. Just wanted to show you, hey, look. We don't do this every day. Yeah, we don't do it every day, but the welds are welding. So you can see right here, we wire weld everything, so you can't see the actual penetration. But look at the color. Look at the color. Through and through, baby. Through and through. And then down here, we didn't file this one yet, so you can see the through and through penetration. Beautiful. So both sides are locked in. Everything is done. We are officially done and completed with the upper and lower torque boxes. That's what it looks like after. Yeah. Once it's wire wheeled. I'll wire wheel it after, and it'll be all shiny and you don't see the lines or the color anymore. But yeah, but that's pretty much it. So now that we're done with uppers and lowers, completed, it's time to move on to the mini tub. Oh yeah, our first one ever. And it is gonna be kind of cool, so we'll see. We already got kind of the interior torn apart. We just got to get the other quarter panel off, the plastic and the inside, so that way we don't hit anything and we can maneuver with all the cuts and everything. This wheel right here, this wheel is great. I love it, man. This thing made light work of it. So we'll give the grinder a break. That, and because we're done, and then we'll move on to the inside. And look at the mess it made on the ground. It was only this area that I hit the wire wheel on, but it made that much of a mess.
And that's only a little bit of the undercoating. So get to the inside, let's get going.
So we're doing a template, tracing it out, locking it in, baby. So that way we can get it cut. Well, hello! That looks weird looking. Car is officially cut up, man.
Dang. All right, this side.
I still kind of got my line in there of the original. This is where the original goes, and it goes up and over. So now we're coming out about, I say 2 inches out this way. Now we're gonna go up and over. So it's about like 2 inches you gain, which is always good, baby. Left side's pretty much done. I do gotta trim up this a little bit and then trim back here a little bit. And then we gotta cut the actual wheel well because it's a lot longer, but that's kind of stopping it from tilting this way. But once we get that cut, tilt it in, this gap will close off. Trav has to cut on the back side a little bit still. I think we're just a little bit off with the template, which is always good as long as you're off inside. We undercut, not overcut, because if you overcut, you still fix it, but just not look as good. So we're just cutting that off a little bit, should be good. Throw that in, start cutting them. That way we can tilt them over and burn it in. First mini tub, baby. This is pretty cool. Pretty self-explanatory too. It's not too bad, but you just gotta be good with the sticks, you know what I'm saying?
You guys see the little lip right there? I knocked mine down. Torrance knocking this down right now. If you don't have body tools, just use a sludge and a regular hammer. It'll get the job done. Almost there. We'll get to the next clip.
Nice and cool. Pops and saved today. Why don't y'all got some shade? I don't know. It's a canopy over there. You just put up a canopy. Didn't even think about it. Hey.
Shout out to Pops for the idea on the shade. We was out here burning.
Now we can stay until the sun go down. We straight.
Getting ready for all the welding, so just grinding the edges like 1 inch in. I go on the inside, do the same, and then come right here and then grind that as well. Got these preps and brake clean it off. Get ready for this olive green primer. Do this before you weld because we're not gonna be able to reach the top as much when we go to spray, so we'll get the top of the wheel well and then weld in and we'll spray the rest once we're done. Got them primed up, both sides. I already went ahead and grinded my edges down to bare metal again. Come back tomorrow. Should get everything burned in tomorrow. On to the next day. Just got done welding in the holes that we had right here that we drilled through with the brackets. So we'll get that primed up and then I'll start tacking in the wheel well, put full beads after that, and then we'll get to painting and undercoating. That'll be it. And these will be officially completed. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to it right now and get to going. Time to do the inside. It's all about protecting everything, so don't want no sparks busting the window or something, so get to it right now and do it. I'm about halfway through from here down, and I've been just stitch welding. So I'll tack here, let it cool, tack, go like 1 inch, and then come back, and then go up, and then come back. So every inch that's done, here's done. I'm gonna get to finish this part around and then up top. I'll put you guys on the time lapse right now just to finish the other half of the wheel well right here. Got all the stitching done in here, up to there. Definitely gonna grind this down. When I first started, I was using the inner shield and I forgot. That's gonna be smooth once it's done, but this area is complete. I just have the inside to do, which is this area. So I'll stitch that in, stitch up top, get a little piece of metal, put that in. But right now, Torn is on his side. I gotta run, so I'll help him with what I can before I have to leave, and then he'll finish off doing his side. So let's go ahead and get to it. So now, it's always good to have 2 people, but if you have 1 person, do like 1 inch and then check, inch check, and be on fire watch. So right now, since Torrance welding, I'm on fire watch. So what we got is a little 3-gallon with a hole in the middle. If something catch fire, I could just easily And if not, I also have the hose on standby. So just a little safety tip for you guys. If you're working with somebody else, have them on fire watch. And if you're working by yourself, you got to be the fire watch.
Just wanted to stop it real quick, show you how cool this looks. Look at the little spot welds on this side. Look at this. So filling in all the holes, you're not gonna get it precisely perfect because the way that they have the template is just right to where you can kind of go off of. That's pretty much what it is. Burned up all this side because we did grind this a little bit when we did cut it out, so that way it'll be, you know, decent, but it got a little too thin in some spots, so that's why you kind of see it go out this way, then back in, and out this way, because yeah. Anywho, it's not too bad. Just basically stitch welded in there. This side is done. Trav still has that side to go. I still got the center piece to go right there that you can see the ground too. And then we're just now starting in here. So yeah, you know all that. Not too bad. A little gap as I gotta fill in. Lock this one in right here and then go up probably about right there till the electrical hits. I really don't need to do all of it, but you know, hey, just to do it, that's it. All done, completed. Still need to do this little section, burn this in. I'm gonna probably burn that in now so I'm done with the inside and I can go towards the back. But then it's pretty much what it is. Stitch welds, so it's just like one individual weld each one. So this one looks, ooh, look at that. Ooh, stacked like a dime, boy. But we are done. That is to the car officially. So let me finish this bad boy and move on to the back. Got the piece cut out, but look at how precise I am. I did not take any measurements. This is just by eyeball. Look at that. There's not much room to play with. Oh, my goodness. I just need to go underneath, draw a line, and then I'm good to go. Let's get it done. Oh, wait. Look at this. Step back. Oh, man. Look at all this fabbed up stuff, baby. Now that this is all cleaned up, it's golden time, baby. Time for some seam sealer. But look at this. This is one with the car now. Goodness. All cleaned up. Now time to hide the welds and use that nice and juicy seam sealer, baby. Trying to make it look factory with this little tip, but we'll see. You see the tape on it. You see what's going on. Let's see how it'll look after. All wrapped up for today. I did try to get the beads, but these aren't beads either. It would have looked a little funky, but basically just made it to where I squished it into the corners, kind of make it look all in one. It'll look normal once the green paint goes on because it kind of go away, but I'm gonna clean up the edges once it dries, and you can check out the inside. So there we are in the inside, and yes, it goes all the way up and over, sealed all the way. Nothing's getting through that. We do need more because I ran out, so I got a little bit extra and I use it on Trav's side, but that is one full tube. We'll definitely need another tube for Trav's side, and then one more just to get on this inside, and then on the other side as well. So this is a wrap for today. I'll get it tomorrow, maybe. We'll see if we're actually working, so we'll see. All right, thought I was gonna make it quick and I was gonna be done after I seam sealed. I was like, you know what? I don't want this to get any surface rust, so bada bing, my boy. Primered. First coat, which is just a little glaze on top of it. I'm gonna leave all this open because I want the seam sealer to adhere to the actual metal, and then we'll paint over it. But that's pretty much what it looks like. We'll see it after. All right, so my side is done and finished. I'm gonna just wait on Trav because we did get new olive green primer plus the seam sealer. We got extra of it, but Trav's finishing up his side. I'm just waiting on it because once I open the seam sealer, we only have one little tip. So the spot that we went to, that was the last one that they had. So I'm just waiting because I don't want to waste it. But Trav's finishing up his side. He has this last little weld piece. We did run out of gas, but we do have flux core wire, so we're just doing that on the last bits on the back end. So we just got to clean up a little extra. That's about it. But once he's done with this, we're going to seam seal all his stuff, and then about in like an hour, paint everything, do the undercoating. All right, well, we'll get back to y'all once the track gets finished with this. We are officially finished with the mini tubs. Now, if you want to get a close look, we did everything. So we tried something new. I was hoping that Rust-Oleum would come through, but they did. It's decent. It's decent, but this is not thick enough, and it doesn't match what the existing is, and I don't really like it. So right here, as you can see in the video before, all the little stitch welds, those are covered by seam sealer. So it doesn't look half bad. It don't look half bad, but just looks a little weird because you got this kind of a texture going to this texture, then to a flat texture. We also primed the inside frame rail to kind of match it and also seal off all the bare metal so that way it doesn't really rust. But that's the original little olive color. And if you step in here, we actually got the seatbelt brackets locked in place too. As you can see, we also went with the original stock primer. So that's the olive green on both sides, and then as well as the seam sealer. Seam sealer in here doesn't look half bad at all. It actually looks pretty juicy, but that is where no water's coming in, nothing's coming in, and we are sealed completely. But this is, like I said, it's all in one with the car. But it looks like that in the trunk as well. But this is official. This is what it looks like as a mini tub. It looks stock. It does. But there's a little things here and there that's missing that you could tell from the inside and the out.
So we sent the owner some pictures. He didn't like the support still there. We left it there for like reinforcement purposes. He didn't like it. So mark the spot welds out, and I'll go ahead and get those out. We'll take this whole bracket out, trash it, prep it, and paint it. And then we'll be complete. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to it and then show you guys after once I'm done. And this is the aftermath. So it sat on the car like that. Take it out. Trash. So that piece right there is the last piece we're going to cut out the car, and then we'll see the pile full of metal that we cut out of the car. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in a pile and show you guys. Here is everything that came off the car. These long ones for the mini tubs, and obviously those are the old subframes, but this whole pile, trash, aka basura, aka garbage, aka garbage. So we're gonna get this pile taken away and recycled, and this will never see the car again. So the spring tire right here is like 5 3/4 to the inside of the fender well, and then like right here, 3 7/8, 4 inches. Do right under the quad shock. 2 3/4 where it rubs right here.
All right, so doing the last measurements after it's installed, we got 3 inches right here, 3 1/16. Right here in the center, we got 3 again. Towards the back though, we got like 1/2 inch. On the back corner, it's like 1/8. But giving us room right here. Let me check this.
It's about 14.
It's about 14 to the end, all the way to the outside of the car, 14 1/4. So where your tires will be about like 13 5/8 would be perfect. So I don't know if Trav got that measurement, but that's about it. Yeah.
Way better.
Way better. All right, so that's it for now. We're gonna be moving on from mini tubs now to the actual motor and to the swap part, the main part. This is like a little side detour of doing everything, and then now it's to the main part. So catch y'all next time. Only here, Stang Domination. Stang D. We out.